to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in internet radio talk, and brought to you by SIR, Music Equipment Rental, and Pitbull Audio, where you can find all your gear. Take a bite out of that gear. And we just had an amazing show with Michael Lehman Boddicker, just one of my great friends, an icon in the business, sound design, composing, just synthesizer work. I mean, the list goes on. We had a great time. And in the next segment, we're going to bring in Nik West. She's out doing some recording and stuff, and it took a little bit longer than they anticipated, which happens in this business. You know, you go from one thing to another. But we were talking a little bit about the NAMM show, and we're going to actually be broadcasting out at the NAMM show. Hopefully you folks will tune in. We'll be broadcasting from 12 noon. That would be Pacific Standard Time to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday and Friday of the show. So we're starting the show right off, and we've got some great guests. We're going to have Stephen Slate. We've got, hopefully with Nathan East, we'll be able to come back on with us. He's looking at the scheduling, but he's excited about it. We're going to actually have Nik live with us, so we're going to be talking about a lot of good things with Nik. And then we've got some great companies that are going to be coming out to talk. We even, Jack Higginbotham is going to be on from PRS, the president. So he was actually our first guest. So this is going to be a tremendous show that's going to be happening. We're going to be going back-to-back guests for like every 15 minutes. So you guys want to stay tuned for that. And my producer, Paul Barazeski. Say hello, Paul.
How's it going?
He's going to be out there with me, and we're going to be looking at some fun stuff. Paul, NAMM show. This is what, our third rodeo?
Yeah.
Yes, third rodeo. And we started off last year. That's how this show came about, was that, hey, there's this great music instrument show. We have a band, and we thought, our friend who owns the radio station, Wade Taylor, and, we told him about this great conference that happens, and Wade said, yeah, it sounds good. Why don't you do a radio show on it? I'm like, yeah, I'm not a radio show host. It's kind of funny that all came about, and here we go. Now we're doing the show after 1 year. We're actually broadcasting from NAMM, and we've did the episode. We went up there, right, Paul, to NAMM headquarters.
The museum.
The museum. It was awesome.
It was fantastic. If
you folks haven't heard it, it was last week's show. It was all about NAMM and South by Southwest. So it was the conference radio show. So, Paul, tell me, man, what are you excited about when we're going to NAMM? What are you going to look for besides talking to all these great guests?
Well, if you remember last year when we went, I started coming down with a flu, and it really kicked in right. Like when I hit the floor, I was like, oh no.
Thank God for beanbags, right, at the lounge area?
Yeah, I had to just take some Advil and nap out for an hour, and kind of was able to go on for a little bit. But yeah, last year was a little rough for me. So I'm looking forward to just hopefully, if I'll make it till next week without any any hiccups, just have more fun with it this time.
Get the vitamin C going and all the other
but definitely looking forward to guitars as always. PRS, I was telling you, recently when I was playing around with stuff in Guitar Center, and I was really impressed with the new PRS stuff that's out now. With they got like this new coil tap pickup designs that are instead of pulling on a tone pot, they built it into the selector switch, and just really cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to talking to the CEO and all the other guests we got Jack, coming up there. Yeah, Jack Higginbotham.
He's always a wealth of information. Yeah, I personally, I'm I'm a bass player. I have to say that I totally top loaded the all the interviews with bass players. We got Nick, we got Daryl, we got Nathan. So we've got a couple other guests too that are coming out. But I top loaded it with bass players. What can I say? And I'm looking forward to like seeing all the new gear from. I love boutique bass companies. I guess more custom. I guess is the better way to put it, because boutique says small, whereas custom is creating instruments that are uniquely you. In fact, I think that's one of the cool things that you've done, Paul, with the with your what you like to call Frankenstrat or the Moth.
The Moth.
Tell us a little bit about that guitar. We've talked about it before.
Well, you're the one that actually turned me on to it. Tino's always going through Craigslist looking for cool deals, and I was. It was actually after the last NAMM show where I was playing around with this Strat by I think it was a Chinese company, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't had a Strat for a long time. I used to have one, and I got rid of it, and I've just been playing kind of humbucker guitars since then, and I haven't had one for a while. And me and Tino are in a funk soul blues band, and when he was watching me playing around on the Strat, he was like, "Man, you're a completely different player on this, because it's just funky, much more like rhythmic, nasty kind of funk stuff that I just naturally go into it." So after that show, we were like, we got to get you a Strat. So we've both been on the lookout for one, and Tino actually saw one on Craigslist that was it was a Frankenstrat. It was a guy that kind of gets parts and builds his own stuff, and a lot of that Strat was really good. It had great electronics. Lindy Freeman pickups and a Warmoth neck, but the body was kind of pretty hideous. It was this like cherry red, cruddy kind of wood with with holes that were drilled in random places in there.
But it makes for a good seat.
Painted over. So it was a great guitar to start on, and I put in a couple of $100 into it, took it over to our local guy, Fred at the Repair Zone, Fred Murata, who we had on the show.
Yeah, great tech.
Great tech, and he put a Fender body on it, an ash body that's not painted, it's just naked wood that's just oiled. And upgraded some of the hardware and just set everything up, and it's just beautiful. It's been my main axe ever since. And like Tino said, the old, the red hideous body that was on it before, we took it and we made a drum throne out of it. We we had a broken one and we
fixed it. Yeah, we put it on there. So I don't know if you've ever seen that, folks, but it's a fun piece of furniture. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things to learn from the NAMM show. I wish it was open to everybody, but I guess, then we'd have millions of musicians that would be flocking there. Because there's I think it's like 100,000, couple 100,000 people that go to this show. Mm-hmm. Everybody from all over the world that are either working for a music manufacturer, working for a retailer store. Obviously some musicians of notoriety. I remember not last year, but the year before that, we seen Chad Smith, and the first time we go, man, he looks just like Will Ferrell.
Yes, we noticed that before it was a meme, before it wasn't a hit.
Yeah.
We figured it out first.
Well, I think everybody there was like looking at Chad Smith just sound amazing, going, wow, we didn't know Will Ferrell played like that.
I loved you in Elf.
It was pretty funny, man. That was great. And I think with the NAMM show specifically, I've been going since 1987. What Michael said was pretty much what I truly believe. It's about the relationships more than just about the gear. That's where I met Michael, was at the 96 or 97 NAMM show. I got pictures. I think I should find those and post those. I've got pictures of Randy Jackson looking like Prince. That was pretty funny. Randy Jackson from the.
I think you showed me that one.
Yeah. Remember he had the purple trench coat and.
Oh, you had me guess who that was.
Yeah, couldn't figure that one out.
Figure it out.
Sammy Hagar when he was back with Van Halen. I got pictures of those guys and Eddie and all that crew. So you get a chance to meet some cool people, but not just the people of high notoriety, but just musicians that are out there making it happen. So I think that's pretty amazing. We're going to be going to some events and stuff like that, Paul. What kind of things are you hoping to find at the show?
Gear wise,
anything. What is your wish? Do you want to talk to Stevie this time around?
Maybe.
We were standing like 2 feet away from Stevie Wonder, but he had these giant bodyguards that were saying, "Yeah, no one touches him."
Yeah.
So gear wise, what are you thinking?
Well, I've been on a pretty unhealthy guitar pedal kick this past year, where I think I finally settled into a pretty good routine, but definitely interested to see what's out there. Amplification as well. I've been on a quest to find an amp that works for me and works for us for the style that we do as a band. And I'm pretty happy with right now with the Mesa Boogie that I play, like an older one.
It's an F50, right?
Yeah, Mesa Boogie F50. So yeah, want to check out and want to check out a lot of there's so many like boutique builders now that not big companies, that kind of smaller builders,
like
with pedals, with amps, with guitars, everything. There's so much stuff out there that's not like anything else that's mainstream.
The bottom floor is usually the place I love to go. I mean, I love the big stuff. Fender's a good partner. Obviously, I used to play G&L, great stuff. But you know that I fell in love with more basses. So now I'm really all about the custom stuff, and that one's actually one that fits my personality. We've got a couple seconds left. Paul, say what you want to say about NAMM Show.
I'd also be interested to kind of keep track of how the Asian manufacturers are coming along, because the stuff made in China and Korea is getting better and better every year.
Awesome. Well, hey, we'll be back with Nik West. Hopefully the recordings is done. This is a Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks. My name is Florentino Buenaventura, and we are brought to you by SIR and Pitbull Audio.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you've helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
In the military, things can change in an instant. At Navy Mutual Aid Association, we understand, because it's our life too. That's why our dedication to serving the life insurance needs of our military veterans and their families is unrivaled. Navy Mutual offers superior life insurance protection without military service restrictions and limitations. A single focus on providing the peace of mind military families are looking for. That's what we do. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve. Call 800-628-6011 or go to NavyMutual.org.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, vinvillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right, this is the fifth segment of the this is the sixth segment of the Changing Stage Radio Show. I had to think about that. We've got actually extra special long show today, and my name's Florentino, and we are powered by WS Radio Network, the worldwide leader in internet radio talk, and brought to you by SIR and Pitbull Audio. We've got just a great guest that's been on before. She is one of the rising talents, amazing bass player and inspiration for me, Nik West. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on, girl? What's happening? You're a busy lady right now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty, keeping up with the business, yeah.
Yeah, you
can be kind of busy.
Yeah, well, talking to Colleen, your PR person, you've got so many great things going on. Actually, I spoke with Meredith last night, so we're going to be doing some stuff at the NAMM show with you. And speaking of that,
oh, awesome, yeah,
yeah, that's She Rocks the Planet. You're going to be on a TV show, so that's one of the things I know about. You've obviously going to be at the NAMM show. You're going to be doing the She Rocks Awards, and you've got a big concert. And on top of that, you've got the Queen of Strings. So we're going to kind of cover all that stuff. And I think we actually were able to bump another segment. So if you don't mind, we'll stay on for two segments, kind of like what we originally thought. So the 30 minutes, if you've got the time. And essentially, tell us a little bit about what's been going on since the last time we talked to you.
Wow, well, I actually finished my EP, which is... It's already done and everything. The album artwork and all of the songs have been mixed and mastered, so that'll be released next month, first week of February. So that's cool. We're getting ready to launch the Queen of Strings competition where, we've had tons of women subscribe to the competition already, and now it's time for them to upload their videos to the website starting January 22nd. So that's really, really exciting for us. And, I've been involved in a lot of different projects, and then I have a European tour coming up in March.
Awesome. And, that's Germany, right?
Yes.
Okay, very cool. And you've got your band. Now, you've been playing with some other players, too. I've seen you on some videos and stuff like that. Who are some of the players that you've been playing with, and are they going to be joining you on this tour of Europe?
Well, my own personal band, I've established my band. Hubie Wang, who plays guitar, and Brittany Macarello, who plays the drums, and Dave Schultz, who actually also was a part of the Goo Goo Dolls. He's going to be playing keyboards for me, so that's really cool. Of course, I think you already know. I don't know if I was working with Prince the last time we spoke. I'm not sure. We weren't allowed to talk about it just yet, but yeah, I think you were. We didn't really cover that in the conversation. I may have been. So pretty much the band members that I've had for the last year and a half, they're going to be doing the tours and everything with me.
Awesome. So let's go back to the Queen of Strings. Kind of tell us, what is the Queen of Strings, and you submitting the videos and all that fun stuff. Give us kind of some insight of what the experience is going to be.
So the Queen of Strings is a worldwide all-female bass and guitar competition. So this year, of course, it's the first year just starting out with bass and guitar, but next year we would like to add as many stringed instruments as we can, like violin, ukulele, and different things like that. We've got some amazing judges. Orianthi, who was in Michael Jackson's This Is It. She played for Michael as well as Alice Cooper, and I think now she's doing a bunch of touring with Richie Sambora, and she has her own solo stuff as well. Jennifer Batten, who was Michael Jackson's guitarist for many years for the Dangerous and the Bad tours.
Yeah, she's a San Diego girl. She started off at the store that was our sponsor, Guitar Trader. That's where she got her start. So yeah, she's awesome. She's amazing.
Oh, nice. Awesome. And then, we've got a couple of other surprises, like Nicole Florentino, who's the bass player for Smashing Pumpkins. Kat Dyson, who played for Prince for years. Like, it was her and Sheila E. and Rhonda Smith playing at that time. Me, of course, I'm going to be one of the judges. And we have another young lady named Tamaine Gardner. She's a Hawaiian ukulele player.
Oh,
she's open for, like, Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind & Fire, and she's amazing. I just said, okay, this is bass and guitar, but I have to add her because she's just absolutely amazing. So, yeah, so we've got some great judges. And then Annie Clemens, who actually, she's the bass player for Sugarland, the band Sugarland. So
okay. Oh, okay.
Got some great people. Yeah.
It sounds like it. To me, it's inspiring because traditionally the business had been, a boys' club for quite some time. And I think, one of the things I've noticed, at least with Facebook ads and stuff like that, there are so many incredibly talented women players. It's just been blowing my mind.
Yeah.
For people that add, I think I get for our Facebook like 3 to 1, and it's not that we're looking for any specific type of gender or anything like that, but it was a surprise to me, honestly, very frankly, because I've been doing this business for since the 80s, and for the most part it's been boys network, girl singers. You get that, you get the guitar player from Heart or some a couple other players that were out there. But I think this is definitely the generation for ladies being the virtuistic, the virtuos on their instruments. In fact, you're an amazing bass player. I have to say that. You're just,
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
I think the last time we talked, you said that was your main instrument, but you've actually grown from that into doing singing as well, as a big part of everything that you do. Tell us a bit about some of the songs that you did on the album and the songs that kind of inspired you to kind of, really kind of put forth a bigger effort for the vocals.
Well, I started with, my first album was more of like a neo-soul / funk kind of album.
Yeah.
And this album, I went to New York in 2012 and sang a song. I was actually just supposed to be playing bass in this trio, and the girl that was supposed to actually sing it ended up not singing Back in Black. The director said, okay, Nick, you're going to sing Back in Black. And I said, who is going to sing Back in Black? Oh, no, I'm not singing Back in Black, but I will play it on the bass, happily. So, I absolutely refused. Like, I told her straight up, I said, no, I will not do it. I will not hurt my vocal cords trying to sing that song. It's amazing as it is. I will not do it. And she took me in the booth and she said, hey, think about it. If you were James Brown, how would James Brown sing this song? I'm not asking you to sing it like AC/DC would have done it, but think about it. James Brown, he's funky like you, right? So how would James Brown approach this song? And she's just like, just do it. Let's just see what you got. And I was like, okay. So I went in the studio, started singing the song, and then they stopped the track right away, and they were like, holy cow.
Yeah.
You're killing it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can sing a little bit of rock and be okay. And, so that's kind of where it started. 2012, I kind of got the bug for just going for it. Singing those hard vocals and just really not caring about trying to sing it pretty, just singing it.
Just singing from the heart, yeah.
That's
awesome.
kind of what, yeah, and that's kind of what my album is about. It's about me, of course, playing the bass and doing some funky stuff, but singing that just hard vocal that just
edgy,
kind of shakes the ground a little bit.
Now is this
no more timidness?
Yeah. Are the rest of the tracks originals? Are you doing any more covers in that? Because you're obviously Back in Black is AC/DC.
Yes, the rest of the tracks are originals. I actually, so Dave Stewart told me, he says, okay, Nick, you are an amazing singer. I think you're great. And you could very well become like a female Lenny Kravitz. This rock stuff, you should do this. And so we started recording some songs, and we actually recorded a song called I'm Shakin', and I think Jack White did it maybe 2 years ago. I think he maybe covered this song. It was like a 1950s cover that he did.
Okay.
And we kind of did this song, but without using all the guitars and distortion and all that stuff. We just did it with bass. It's all bass and my vocal. So that one's a cover, but we just
really
kind of
that.
covered it differently.
I really want to hear that.
Yeah, we covered it a little bit differently. So it's pretty cool. And then the rest of them are original.
Well, that's great. And so you kind of go into the funk rock style, and I think that's tremendous because your personality on stage is just infectious. I mean, you capture an audience. I haven't had a chance to see you live, but I will at the NAMM show. But I've seen you obviously in videos, and I just looking at the way you inspire people is pretty amazing. We got about a minute left for this segment. Please stay on for the next segment. What's that one show that just kind of that you remember?
Oh, wow. You know what? And this might sound a little funny because I've played a lot of super cool, interesting shows, really, really huge shows. Mm-hmm. But the one that sticks out for me is the one that I played at the House of Blues in Hollywood. Okay. Because I was actually hosting a show for high school students to showcase their talent. But then I ended up headlining and closing out the whole show, closing out the night. And it was just great to see kids that were between the ages of, 13 and 18, just really getting down on their instruments, and then me closing it out. I think a few of the clips that you've probably seen in, like, my EPK and stuff were from the House of Blues that night.
Awesome.
And these kids were just so excited because, my parents grew up on like the Bootsy Collins and the Parliament Funkadelic and stuff like that, but I didn't. So they saw it, and it was just amazing.
Nick, we're going to a commercial break. Stay tuned. Stay on line with us, Nick, because we've got one more segment with you. This is a Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks. Be right back with Nik West.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. Located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley, no matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske Automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at ProgressiveMedicalCenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. so we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right, we are on the 7th segment of the Changing Stage radio show, powered by WS Radio Networks, your worldwide leader in internet radio talk, and brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull Audio, where you can get all your gear. Take a bite out of that gear. And we've got Nik West, who is a gear monster. She's a magnificent player. Are you back with us, Nik?
I'm here.
Awesome. Well, you know what? You're more than just a player. You're out there, doing some really good causes. At the NAMM show, you've got some things that are going on. You've got the She Rocks Awards, and you've got a concert. Tell us a little bit about that stuff.
Well, the She Rocks Awards, I was actually very fortunate enough to be able to perform with my best friend, Orianthi, at the very first She Rocks Awards. She was receiving an award for that, for, I think, Best Rising Star.
Okay.
And me and our female trio, we were able to perform actually for the very first one. So it's just an honor to be able to see how much it's grown since then. And it's only in the third year, and we've got the red carpet and everything going on, it's just going to be really great. And this year, Ori's going to be a presenter, and of course, I'm going to come and support an awesome cause.
Yeah, yes.
So, yeah, and then let's see, the show it's at JT Smith's on January 23rd, the same night as She Rocks. So I'm going to be running back and forth, red carpet, off to the show, and then back to She Rocks. I go on at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
sharp. I'm actually opening for Victor Wooten is actually going to be the headliner for the night.
Wow.
So it's an honor just to be able to play on the same stage on the same night as one of my bass idols, Victor Wooten.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a really, really great show. It's called the Bass Bash, and it's one of the most well-attended shows of NAMM. So it's really exciting to be able to be a part of it.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, because I don't know if we talked about it. I'm a bass player as well, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're going to be for the interview. We're going to be very bass loaded. So you're my first guest on Thursday when live there at the NAMM show, and if everything goes right, if the scheduling can go right, we're going to have Mr. Nathan East right after you. So we're going to have East meets
Nathan
West.
East is my buddy.
Yeah. I remember that. So I told him we were texting back and forth. I said you're going to be on first, so it'd be cool if you can kind of go back to back. And then Darryl Williams, who played with a number of people, San Diego favorite, he'll be coming on later on. So it's going to be, I guess I'm a little biased. I got all my bass player buddies coming out. Kevin Freeby's going to be coming out. So, and then we got some great companies. PRS is going to be coming out, and
nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time for the NAMM show, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you in concert here. Now, for you, you've got you're like definitely a destination for people to come see and be, to experience, and obviously She Rocks Awards. You're gonna be going around, and you're gonna have She Rocks the Planet with Meredith and her crew following you around. What are you going to be bringing people? You're bringing people into your world. What can they expect to see when you're touring NAMM?
Well, they can expect to see a little craziness.
A little pandemonium.
A little
Nik
craziness
West
because I will say kind of, with my big mohawks that I wear.
Yes.
It's kind of, even if a person has never seen me or has never met me or knew who I was, they kind of get fascinated with this hair that I have
You're
So,
definitely striking.
it's like people have told me, goodness, you're already tall, and then you wear heels, and then you put the mohawk on, and you're like 9 feet tall. So,
you're making Shaq go, dang, I'm short compared to you.
So people, I think, get a little, like, oh my God, can I take a picture? So I know that the guys follow me around with the cameras are going to experience a little craziness at NAMM. So
that's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Now, I kind of getting back into it with your kind of start. When did you adopt this such a magnetic look that you have? I mean, it's amazing. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of Grace Jones from back in the day. That really kind of striking, just when you walk through the room, everyone looks at you. Has this been something you've always carried through your life? Is this something you adopted when you got into the business? Where did it come from?
You know what? Because I have naturally curly, big hair. And a friend of mine, Esperanza Spalding, she's a bass player.
Oh, yeah.
She kind of has like an afro. And even though my hair is like curly, sometimes people would tweet me and say, hey, I just saw you at the Roots picnic. And I'm like, oh, no, that was Esperanza. I mean, we look different, but, two brown girls who play the bass. And so a few people would get us confused. And I talked to Dave Stewart, and I said, how can I make sure that nobody confuses me with someone else? He says, you've got to create a brand. You have to create a brand. You have to create a look that is not mistakable. When people dress up for Halloween, you know that they're dressing up like Prince if they're wearing a ruffled collar and they have like the cool hair with the little curl coming down. So when people dress up as you, everyone needs to know that it's absolutely you without mistake. And I said, okay, so what about changing my hair? And I said, I'm thinking, this mohawk thing. Came up with this whole mohawk idea, me and my hairdresser, and it looks like a bass clef.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It just kind of stuck. And I actually wore it when I went to meet Prince for the first time. The first thing he said is, oh, my gosh, girls in their hair. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? And then I said to myself, this is it then.
You caught his attention.
He's talking, people are going to talk then. So it just stuck. It just stuck.
Well,
and this was probably about maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Well, you definitely wear it well. You definitely are, like I said, striking is an understatement. But the first time I seen your images, I'm like, wow, this. If you play like as powerful as you look. And then I heard you, and I was like, "Okay, this is the real deal. She's on her way to being a huge star." So I'm making that claim right now to everybody that's listening, and we've got a good listenership. That Nik West is going to be one of the biggest stars, I think, of 2015, 2016. She's on her way with the EP and everything you're doing. And what kind of things are you excited about now at NAMM? What are you looking forward to seeing? I know you're a Fender endorsed player. So you're obviously going to spend some time in the Fender booth. What other things are you going to be looking at?
I'm going to be looking at, I'm actually doing a little bit of work with Universal Audio.
Okay.
So I'll actually be over there at the Universal Audio booth. I kind of did some work. If you listen to the Neve 1073, my voice is in some of those products that Universal Audio has on the market. So I will be at NAMM singing and, playing a little bit of guitar, seriously a little bit of guitar at the booth, doing a couple demos and just kind of demoing one of their newest vintage products that they have.
Gotcha.
So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to I'm endorsed with VR Strings too. So they have these really cool strings and this really cool Mirage or board that they're going to have up, and apparently I'm on it this year. So I'm excited about seeing that, that big collage they have. I am also excited about just some new companies that I haven't had the opportunity to try out, like Dark Glass, but some of their pedals and Extreme Sound, Extreme Isolation headphones, just checking out some of the newest gear that they have. So really excited about that.
Any amp companies that are catching your fancy right now? Anything from the boutique side or at all?
You know what? I've tried out a bunch of different amps because Fender kind of started discontinuing the amps that I really preferred to play. So I just kind of started looking around. Yeah, I just kind of started looking around, and I checked out Aguilar. I like Aguilar amps. And then Warwick, they have this new amp that they sent me the version of it, and I actually really like it. I really, really, really like it.
Is it the L1000?
And I went to Brian.
Do you know
what was that?
Is it the L1000? Is it like a dual channel one?
Yes.
Okay. That's like the D-Class, really small, lightweight, but just sounds amazing. Yeah, you just hit my sweet spot. That's the one I'm looking at. That's why I know.
Well, just FYI, it's amazing because of course I play rock, play a little bit of jazz, but I really play funk.
Yeah,
so it's imperative that the amp, of course, can give me that bass growl, which a lot of amps do give you the bass growl, but some amps fail to give you that warm, just like slap pop feeling and sound that doesn't sound like, rubber bands. So I'm really digging that amp. I mean, even set on flat, it's perfect for me.
Wow.
So,
well, I think you finally sold me. I haven't had a chance to play it, but I've heard great things about it, and it's it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to actually meeting you in person. I think we're going to have a fun time, and we're going to that's going to be Thursday at 12 o'clock. So, folks, you make sure you stay tuned. We're going to talk about some of the things you've seen and some of the other stuff that's going on in your life. We've got about 20 seconds left. You want to give a little shout out to anybody before we hit the final, break?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out. Actually, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Ubase, Rick at Ubase, because he's just amazing. So for the Bass Bash, they've donated Ubase that we're going to be raffling off right after my set.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Pretty amazing.
Nik, you are always just such a blast to chat with. I'm really excited about hanging out with you over at the NAMM show, and I want you to have a great rest of your week. You take care, and we'll be seeing you then. Folks, stay tuned. We've got some more shows to come. Florentino on the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by WS Radio Networks, your internet worldwide leader, brought to you by SAR and.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children. After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Are your feet hurting you? I mean, really hurting you so much that you can't come to the fair and enjoy other activities with your friends? If so, you may have plantar fasciitis, a chronic inflammation of the connective tissues in the foot. I'm Holly Halsey. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and I can help you with your pain. I invite you to visit me at my webpage, AccuSageHouseCalls.com. That's ACUSSAGE, housecalls.com. Find out what pain-free feels like.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way. A Which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH WICH. Whichwich.com.